Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm taking you down to the woodlands to see some bluebells and some spring flowers, whatever we can find. Have to be fairly opportunistic at this time of year, trying to find these flowers. And wow, massive patch there. I'd seen a lot of these bluebells driving down the A27 towards Crossbush, and very distracting because I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road, and all you can see are bluebells to your right and deer in the bluebell patches. So quite distracting to drive through. Interesting formation we've got here, because somewhere in this area is a Roman road, and would make sense that this could be it, albeit it's not banked on that side. But keep seeing these sections, and over to the south we've got the A27, which is the new road that goes from east to west, whereas the old Roman road would again have gone east to west, and they don't generally build them on top of each other. So it's not going to be a structured walk, this one. Just decided to come down to the woods and talk to you about the weather. So right here we can see why I've wanted to talk about the weather. Is it's crazy at the moment, and being a British person, that's what we do. Lovely random swing here. Apparently this one is cats. Looks like that's the modern version, and this was the original. And there's been a spelling change as well. So here we have an example of what the weather is doing. So when it rains really hard, the ground becomes saturated, and these old trees obviously are in this waterlogged soil, and if you combine that with strong winds, they just can't stand up, and unfortunately this is the result. It does happen, and it's not always a death sentence for trees, because look at this one. Obviously happened to it a long time ago, and still growing. So as I was saying, us Brits do like to talk about the weather. Here's our favourite bit of small talk. Precarious moment here as we cross this puddle. And this year the weather has been particularly weird. It's got to the point that pretty much everyone you talk to is commenting on it. So today I'm filming this on 28th of April. So just about to go into May, and the week previous to this has been particularly awful and weird weather. So if we look back in short memory to the lockdowns, which is when I started this channel, this time of year we had absolutely glorious weather. Hence you found me trying to get out and explore places locally, so that people that couldn't get out could enjoy the beautiful woodland that we have. And Also, April for me is a date that I moved into a property. So it's one of those things, a bit like birthdays. You always remember what the weather is on those types of days. So, yeah, April, I'm very conscious of what the weather should be doing. And maybe at the start of April, you're going to have still some cold snaps. And previously, we've also had snow. I think snow as late as May. But these are like a one-off event. It's not a prolonged event. And the purpose of me talking about this is not to offer any solutions, but really just to engage in conversation with you, my subscribers, because I'd like to get a bigger feel about what's happening with the weather. I can only see it from the viewpoint of Sussex. I don't do a lot of travelling, work long hours, and so I don't get the opportunity to see the rest of the country, let alone the rest of the world. But YouTube is a lovely window onto all of this. And ironically, correct me if I'm wrong, but Spain is having a drought. So they're having the opposite weather to us. It's almost as if the weather that should be happening down in that part of the region is getting directed to this part of the region. Now, Sussex is often known as sunny Sussex, and we're not too far from Worthing, and Worthing is one of the towns that is in the top 10 of warmest and sunniest places in Great Britain. Certainly hasn't been this year. So the defining thing that I've noticed with the weather this year is a particularly cold wind. And I do obviously these videos where I'm outdoors, but I also commute via bike. It's not necessarily that it's cold, it's the wind that's cold. So this morning, I said end of April, my garden was measuring 4 degrees in a south facing garden, so you've got sun shining on that. But yeah, let me know what it's like near you. Doesn't really warm up during the day either, to be honest. So this week it's been pretty much 7 degrees maximum temperature during the day, maybe creeping up to 9. So albeit when the wind stops, suddenly you see this massive temperature rise. And the other defining thing is that the winds seem to be more northerly. So traditionally in this area we see winds from the southwest, and we see this in the shapes of some of the trees are often blown into the shape from the southwesterly winds. So as we can see back there, exceptional amounts of water. I mean, this obviously is a stream that burst its banks, and to be honest, you know, I'm literally having to grab the time when I can to get out and film these videos. The wind is quite strong as well today, but luckily I'm a little bit sheltered in the woods here, so I've managed to go without microphone and try and capture some of the bird song. I'm sure you'll let me know if there's too much wind noise. So lovely fragrances in the woods. Said this in last week's video with my daughter. all these bluebells create a very fragrant smell. Also, when we're driving down past the A27, saw some patches of white flowers in the woods. Not sure what they would be, so I've had a little explore around. It's quite limited access in here. A lot of this land is privately owned, and went off on a footpath hoping it would get me down to where I saw the deer and the bluebells, but unfortunately all it did was take me to a dead end at the A27. So, as I was saying, strange weather, and wanted everyone else's perspective, what they're seeing as well. And I said I haven't got any solutions. I was hoping that you, my subscribers, or anyone that wants to view this video, would be able to discuss with me why the weather is the way that it is. If you were a conspiracy theorist, it's almost as if the weather was being managed, which it is in places. Obviously not as a conspiracy. The whole Dubai incident caused by cloud seeding. They're quite open about cloud seeding in a desert. Yeah, they haven't got a natural source of water, so they have to do cloud seeding to make the place livable. Obviously it went wrong for them on that instance, but if that was a thing, then yeah, it would be trying to stop us from getting outdoors and into the woods. Not sure what the purpose of that would be, but seems to be working in my case. So I just stopped and spoke to a lovely lady. I just asking for directions. Not been here before, so but just continuing that theme. Yeah, that interaction. She said, "Oh, it's strange to see the sun out." Yeah, not wrong. So the sun has been out this week, but it's been glancing. And I said very low temperatures, unpredictable. Well, not unpredictable. It's actually been predictably cold, but unusual for this time of year in this area. So just as a little bit of perspective, this is rutted. This is where farm machinery, mainly Land Rovers or off-road vehicles, drive down and rut the land, but we've had so much rain that it's turned into a little makeshift stream. So with bluebells, didn't know this fact until earlier today, is that 50% of all of the bluebells in this world can be found in the UK, and we call them bluebells, but they're also referred to as woodland bells or fairy cups. And in mythology, the bluebell is supposed to grow where the fairies roam. So another thing I just wanted to talk about, just to get a broader view on it, is this week I haven't been particularly well, and seems to just be me, but I don't know whether other people have been feeling it. I do suffer from migraines, and had them all week, and unusually the painkillers that I've been taking haven't really been able to do much to the migraines, and I've literally been finishing work, going home, having some dinner, going to bed, and then waking up again with a migraine. And one of the things that I found with the lockdowns in 2020 is that Due to furlough, I was out of work for 12 weeks, and during that 12 weeks didn't even have a single headache, let alone a migraine. So yeah, obviously a work-related illness. So yeah, don't know if everyone else has been feeling that as well. So I'm just going to turn the speech enhancement setting off on the phone, just to see whether you can pick up on this wonderful bird song as we walk through the woods. So it looks like we're just starting to see the first signs of the beech trees starting to leave. Right here we see another one of these sections of raised pathway. Might just be a boundary marker, but I do know there is a Roman road in this area, but these woods are full of lumps and bumps. Could just be an old medieval field system. Another ridge line just over there. So hope you were able to hear the bird song above the A27. Not sure which bird it is, but one of the videos that I made previously did a video to Kate Bush music. Interestingly, Kate Bush was inspired to make her music by the song of the blackbird. So, hope you've enjoyed this spring walk. As I've said many times, please comment down below with your opinions on the weird weather we're experiencing. Be interesting to get everyone else's perspective on this. It's been lovely to get out into the woodland. First day this week, actually felt like myself and not had my head ready to explode or felt like I'm about to fall over. So yeah, hopefully that's the end of that episode. So thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and to like the video, as this will help me share my content over YouTube.